Good morning, students and staff. Today is Tuesday, April 20th. It is a day 4. Please stand and listen to our national anthem, followed by a moment of silent reflection.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Caton base porte le bella, io se porte l'acqua. Tony soare tu epopea, de Goublion ce soir. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. We would like to start by acknowledging that we're on the traditional territories of the Wendat, the Haudenosaunee, and Anishinaabe peoples whose presence here continues to this day. We would also like to acknowledge that this is the treaty lands of the First Nations of the Williams Treaty and thank them and other Indigenous peoples for sharing this land with us. We'd also like to acknowledge the Chippewas of Georgina Island First Nation as our closest Indigenous community and our partners in education. We acknowledge this land and the people because the first step to reconciliation is recognizing the existence of Indigenous people. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada calls to action number 62 and 63 speak significantly and speak to the significance of education as the key to reconciliation. A shared understanding of how our collective past brought us to where we are today will help us walk together forward into a better future. So good morning, Stonebridge. Good morning, students. Good morning, staff. We hope that you are well and you continue to have a sense of optimism during these difficult times. We know that schools are now closed and we are engaged in some virtual learning. And we want to thank all of our staff for working really hard yesterday to plan all of the amazing learning that you're going to be embarking on throughout the course of this week as we engage in virtual learning. And so now that we are learning virtually, we're going to have you think back when we were closed and learning virtually in January and February, and when we were doing our daily mindfulness activities and our 30 days of mindfulness. We heard from so many of you, students and staff, how beneficial it was to make sure that we were paying attention to our mental health and well being and doing what we can to ensure that we are caring for ourselves during these difficult times. And so we encourage you to go back and review some of those strategies to see, what is it that you can do as a learner to ensure that you're taking care of yourself? What is it that you need to be the best you that you can be during these difficult times? And how is it that you can, support one another, support a friend in your classroom, support someone perhaps you don't know so well, and think about what it is that you need to do in your online classroom to be the best that you can be as we move forward with online learning. So we encourage you to think back, and we hope that all of you continue to do well. We would also like to acknowledge that today is Rizwan, which is a 12-day festival, and it being one of the most important ones in the Baha'i faith. Rizwan, which means paradise, is the name of the garden in which the Bahá'u'lláh, the founder of the Baha'i faith, proclaimed, and his identity as the messenger of God. And so we wish everyone celebrating today and for the next few days a happy Rizwan, as we know that some of our students and staff will be observing this day. We'd also like to acknowledge that, as we continue to close out April, it is Sikh Heritage Month, but also acknowledging that we are celebrating South Asian heritage starting May as well. So those are all of the announcements for today. We hope you have a great start to your learning virtually, and we wish you all of the best. Take care. Bye.